So this is something that just showed up in my recommendations. This one was actually not recommended to me. This one I just kind of found myself, and the title just stood out to me. And I was like, whoa. So I've been on a bit of a Spider-Man binge lately. Dude, Spider-Verse was so good. So I've watched some spectacular Spider-Man. I've gone back. I've watched the Spider-Man Far From Home or whatever, which was kind of mid. But I saw this video title with the thumbnail being Mary Jane, and I was like, God damn it, I have to do it. So let's just jump right into it. Let's see, the most toxic woman ever. What is this title?
Will you marry me?
And then she jumps out of the window. I know this clip.
Mary Jane!
Immediately jumps out of the window. Let's freaking go.
I already expressed my love for Spider-Man in my previous video. But what I didn't tell y'all is there's one character from the Spider-Verse that I absolutely despise. Solely because of how much they put Peter Parker through. It's not any diabolical evildoers like Green Goblin, Carnage, or worst of all, the Wall. But possibly Mary Jane Watson from
This Mary Jane, the most toxic woman ever. What a good title.
2002 Spider-Man movie. You're probably wondering why? What did she do that could be so bad? Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm going to go through every toxic and manipulative thing she did to Peter Parker. And not just him either, but all the men she was with. And by the end of this video,
oh my God, do it, baby. Go for it.
Finally understand
Rip her to shreds, baby.
Why she's the most toxic woman ever.
Treat me like what is, don't get me dirty. Love on me.
Oh boy, yeah.
First, I'm gonna start it off with the original Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 1. You would expect this being the first movie for it to be a little more calm, but no, she's a bad person. So first thing we see from her is that she stops the bus for Peter. You know, very nice act, you know, selfless act. And you realize she's dating the bully. And that pretty much negates any act of kindness she does for Peter or anybody else who gets bullied by him. And it's like, oh, maybe she doesn't know. No, she knows. He does it right in front of her.
What? I didn't even remember that she's such a bitch.
She doesn't care. You think a little, Flash, stop. It's gonna do anything? Then after Peter gets his powers, we find out she doesn't have the best of dad, so makes total sense now. And Peter,
I'm into that.
Being the good guy.
I'm joking, it was a joke.
That he is, you know, he just tries to chop it up with her to cheer her up a little. And it was working too. I mean, look at the face. You could tell she was falling in love.
I gotta go.
Or not. And eventually she breaks up.
Well, I mean, she was dating someone. He's the asshole in that situation if he expected that to go anywhere. Hold up. In defense of the most toxic woman ever, this is just Peter being a simp.
With Flash on graduation, day of too, which is, yo, that's ruthless. That's like equivalent to telling your grandma she has cancer on her birthday. That's foul. But I can't lie, that's not the worst thing she's even done yet. Because then she gets with Peter's best friend, Harry. But him getting with MJ was probably the worst decision he made, because she does not care about him at all. So first thing she does is let Peter know that she's dating his best friend. And then she tells Peter,
of course,
we should go out for lunch sometime.
No! That is not kosher, baby.
Don't tell Harry. Okay.
I don't know about this, man. That's just not right, dog.
Kinda really sus, but
very
it's
sus.
not cheap.
As he pounds her goodness, and he pounds her sweet ass neto daughter.
I don't think people realize
the Sneeko theme song.
How messed up this kiss is. Okay, so one, she doesn't know the dude, so she doesn't know it's Peter. So
just kissing some random hanging dude.
As a viewer,
a hanging Chad, as it were.
You shouldn't feel happy for Peter. She thinks she's kissing some other dude. 2, she's cheating on Harry. And 3, she doesn't know the dude. Again, that's nasty.
That's nasty. Dude's literally half spider. Before I sang the Adam 22 remix here, she don't know nothing that she's doing. This dude is clearly not some normal human, and you're just ingesting that stuff.
And this is all to say thank you because he saved her once? You're telling me the home—
Wait, that says a thank you?
This dude I gave money to yesterday should be trying to make out with me just because I gave him $1? And, and the worst part about this is that right before this, she was still flirting with Peter, so it seemed like she was gonna cheat regardless. Peter asked how her and Harry were doing. She said, why so interested? Like,
what?
The most messed up part is there is not an ounce of remorse in her face. We don't get to see her reflecting on her actions. If anything, she's open about how much she loves Spider-Man. She was on the phone with Harry talking about,
he's just incredible. Like, so incredible. But
my favorite part about Spider-Man was how good he is at cunnilingus, Harry. Does that make you feel inferior, Harry?
Like, Harry did not catch a break. Next thing that happened is that he walked in on Peter pretty much risen up his girl. And again, I gotta backtrack. Mary Jane came talking to Peter, who she knows for sure at this point. If she doesn't know, she's just who she knows for sure likes her. She came to him to talk about how much she loves Spider-Man while still dating Harry. And
no, bro!
Look how happy she is to talk about this. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm
Don't be so giddy about it, dude.
glad Goblin kidnapped her because she deserved at
Based Goblin.
least a little bit of bad
Rip slippers.
karma for this. I don't even know how she survived this whole situation. Her forearm strength must be insane.
Oh
Look
my
at that catch.
God.
Look at it. And then
Holy cow!
by the end of the first movie, when her and Harry are broken up, she decides the best place for her to confess her feelings to Peter is at Harry's dad's funeral. Wow.
Ah! Oh my God, dude.
Standing ovation. We're off to an amazing start.
Damn, bro.
So at the end of the first movie, after Mary Jane confessed her feelings to Peter, he pretty much told her, I gotta do my own thing since I'm Spider-Man, but you don't know that, so I
Cringe.
gotta do my own thing. So the first time we see her is at Peter's birthday party with her, Harry, and Peter, which is like probably so awkward. I don't think I'd be able to do it. And Mary Jane starts this movie off hot. I cannot hold you. This is the most toxic she's ever been. So first thing she does is go up to Peter and try forcing him to confess that he loves her. She was busting out all the stops, the face touch, the eye contact, and she almost got him too. She had my boy Peter saying,
Oh boy, yeah.
MK Ultra levels of manipulation. But Peter held it
Damn,
down
son.
and didn't say a word. He didn't confess any feeling. And I know this got her tight. Look at her face. And right after, she does one of the
Bruh.
most petty things
Uh-oh.
I've ever seen in cinema history. She immediately walks away and says, by the way, I'm seeing somebody. And just sits there.
What? Oh my God! I don't remember these little details from the movie, and thank God, because in my mind, Spider-Man 2 was kind of great. Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do this? She really did that after hoping that he would say something? What?
And waits for my boy Peter's reaction. Do you know how messed up that is? Like, let that happen to me. I might just.
I woke up Chris Breezy.
So in this movie, Mary Jane's an actress, so, you know, she has plays and stuff, and she really wanted Peter to go to hers. But, you know, Spider-Man stuff comes up, and Peter wasn't able to make it. And MJ, well, she took this to the heart, because next time she sees Peter, you know what happens? She agrees to get married to the dude, just to get back at Peter. You know?
Damn, bro. Holy crap. She agrees to get married to someone to flex on Peter. Oh my God! This is the most toxic woman ever.
How messed up this is to Peter
This is one of the women of all time.
and to the guy she's with. He's just an innocent bystander who's getting in the way. Like, she's just using the man. There's that scene where she tells him to lay a certain way so she could kiss him and pretend like she's kissing Spider-Man. Pretty
Oh my God!
much confirming that she's still thinking about Spider-Man and Peter while with this dude. Then later in the movie,
Which is wild, because she doesn't think Peter's Spider-Man.
she's telling Peter again, you love me. Just say it. You love me. And when Peter tells her no, she's like, kiss me. Go ahead, kiss me. Mind you, she's still engaged to the dude. The ring is literally right there. They show it in the shot. Then she gets kidnapped again. And after Peter
Based octopus. Dude, dude. Can we please get some good, hardcore octopus hentai with the most toxic woman ever, please?
comes to save her and he convinces Doc Ock that he's good again and all this stuff, the whole place starts collapsing on them and Peter's holding it up by himself, the whole place, and she's under him and she has the audacity to say, you do love me.
Ah! No way, this is real!
Get out the way! And at the end of the movie, after they do all this lovey-dovey, confess love stuff, she does one of the most messed up things I've seen in my life. So at this point, we know the guy she's married to, Jameson, she
Engaged to.
doesn't love him. We know that. She's in love with Peter. So a normal person would call off the wedding and just get with Peter. But Mary Jane, since she's an actress and she wants to be in this fantasy world where she gets to be dramatic as hell and all this stuff, she waits to the day of their wedding and then just runs away to Peter, probably leaving the dude with years and years, and I'm talking years of emotional damage. Like, that man is DTB for life. He ain't trusting no one.
Bro, there is no way.
And by the end of this movie, she confesses to Peter again, and she pretty much says they'll be together no matter what. Him being Spider-Man, him being Peter Parker.
And Peter brings her back to the building that was falling and drops it on her a second time.
Doesn't matter. They're gonna get through it all together. And if you watch the third movie, you know that's cap. From a cinematic standpoint and from the Mary Jane standpoint, this is probably the worst one. Still my
Yeah, so here's the thing with third movies. When things wrap up too well in the first movie or the second movie, the movie that follows is just gonna make the main character depressive for no reason to give conflict. And that's sad!
favorite though. So at the beginning of this movie, Mary Jane's still an actress, but now she's like big, like Lizzo, fame-wise. And her and Peter are truly in love now. Like, nothing could go.
Bro, the fame got to her head. The cloud goblin started munching on her brain cells.
Go wrong. Peter was even ready to get engaged and everything. But then, you know, it's Mary Jane, so nothing could ever be normal in a relationship. She gets fired, which wasn't her fault, okay? That's normal. But normally people who get fired don't start to envy their partner, because that's exactly what Mary Jane does.
Oh my god, dude. I could see the two brain cells in her head rubbing together, trying to formulate some sort of coherent thought.
She starts to get mad at Peter for being Spider-Man, when in the last movie, she literally just accepted that he was Spider-Man, and there are things that come with being Spider-Man.
God! This is why, no matter who they are, you expect someone to be your significant other. There are patterns, bro, that you should definitely try to look at. If this lady cheated on her past 2 partners, then she's gonna cheat on you.
Now she's jealous? But let me slow down. I'm not gonna act like Mary Jane is all bad, cause Peter was tweaking in this movie. He really kissed Gwen Stacy in a crowd full of people, knowing his girlfriend is right there.
That's wrong, bro. Oh god, dude.
He just said bye to her a second ago and he still kissed her in front of everyone. And I thought he would apologize. I honestly did, but he just said, oh, that's just a girl from class. This man is the worst gaslighter on the planet. Mary Jane is still a L though, because when she was mad at Peter, she had the audacity to tell him that's our kiss, when she was doing the same thing in the last movie with her fiance. Mary Jane eventually actually forgives Peter, not being petty at all. She comes to him saying she wants to be there for him and she knows he made a mistake and she forgives him. And like I said, Peter was tweaking this movie. He literally hits her with a, okay, I don't need your help. And since Peter was being so rude to Mary Jane, she thought that the only way to get back at him was to go back to her old ways. So she cheats on him with Harry.
Ah! Oh my god, dude. I do not remember all of this. This is the wildest thing in the world. This is like the worst walk down memory lane I've ever been on.
I woke up Chris Breezy.
I would say I didn't see this coming, but she cheats on someone in every single Spider-Man movie.
Remember when I told you about how someone has a pattern of cheating on her last 2 boyfriends? Don't think you're gonna be different? Yeah.
He is literally 3 for 3. So then now Peter comes to apologize to her. This is so toxic. He starts saying he loves her and she's like, no, we can't be together. No.
There's someone else. I've fallen in love with someone else.
What is wrong with this person? Oh, man, bro. Oh, dog. Oh.
I woke up Chris.
But it turns out it was Harry who was behind it all and he just wanted to demoralize Peter. But she did actually cheat though. That was real. So now to get back at MJ,
right.
back and forth never stops. Peter takes Gwen Stacy to the bar where MJ works and just starts dancing with her. Definitely the most cringe sequence in the movie. Gwen Stacy honestly deserves so much better in every single movie. If it's not her back getting broken or her best friend dying, it's this. And I know I made that Chris Breezy joke a second ago, but Peter actually slaps her.
What the frick? Oh my god.
Eventually again, Mary Jane gets kidnapped and again she saves herself. I'm telling you all that forearm strength. And both of her exes team up to stop the villains. Harry dies though, so I guess she chose the right one. So the movie ends with Peter and MJ, I guess, forgiving each other or something. I don't know, it's pretty vague.
I don't know, man. I would leave her to the streets without even a shadow of a doubt.
They just kind of hold hands and smile at each other. And I could presume they lived happily ever after. As y'all can see though, the 2002 MJ is clearly the most toxic woman ever. But it's not just her, all Mary Janes are like this. There's the 1994 MJ. She was crazy. She literally jumped off a building so Peter could prove that he loved her. And then there was that
oh my god,
one time she got sent to another dimension and she eventually came back, but it turned out that wasn't her. That was a water clone, which makes sense because the bitch wasn't crazy. The real MJ actually got remarried in the other dimension to a dude named Paul and forgot about Peter Parker. Then there's the new MJ, Zendaya, who I wasn't gonna mention at all, but as I was recording this video, the trailer for her new movie came out, and clearly, she's the worst one of all. I really thought she was super innocent, but no, she was getting tag teamed in that trailer. Mary Jane being a thought has to be a canon event. My condolences go out to Tom Holland. As I said earlier though, MJ is the most toxic woman in the universe. My fellas watching this, try to avoid women like this, because even if you give them the world, the second they go to another dimension, they'll leave you for a guy named Paul. And moral,
that's the moral of the story, guys.
Of the story.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. Oh god, I did not remember all of that. Damn, son.
Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.